I'm sure you've heard of misinformation.
Fake news.
Its ability to sway public opinion and its existential threat to our democracies. But I'd argue, we're not living in an age of misinformation. We live in the age of partial information. And in this video, I'll show you the difference, what we can do to protect ourselves, and why this future is far worse. It's scary to think we are somehow the most informed our civilization's ever been, while simultaneously being exposed to more misinformation than ever before. There was a time we knew almost nothing, and any widespread information was taken as fact. Now in the modern era, we know so much, yet no one person is able to internalize it all. With the accumulation of knowledge, we've made huge strides, not only in our collective understanding, but in our ability to communicate and access that information more effectively. From scrolls to paperback, then finally, a device capable of accessing all of human understanding in our pocket. We're seconds away from the most abundant wealth of information ever seen. The problem? With the exponential rise in our ability to spread information, has come an exponential rise in our ability to spread misinformation. Over the years, our exposure to a mix of these ideas has informed our beliefs, leading to the age of partial information. And if we don't do something about it, this pattern of unfiltered consumption over a long enough time scale will lead to a world where we all live in our own interpretations of reality that we've based, by no fault of our own, on a partial understanding of the information we've been presented with. Now, that sounds bad. It almost sounds irreversible. But we can do something about it. As long as we understand how this is happening, we'll be better able to spot it. And more importantly, be aware of when it's happening to us. Before we do that, I'm Mr. Crazy Pills. Welcome back. A like and subscribe goes way further than you'd expect, especially as the channel's just starting out. Now, the age of partial information didn't appear overnight. For the longest time, we thought we were advancing. New technologies only ever made access to information better, easier. But what happens when information becomes too easy to access? PhD-level experts and real-life physicians are only a click away. We can scroll through hours and hours of high-level opinions, but at no point are we ever equipped with the tools necessary to navigate this sudden influx of expert opinions. Why would we need warnings attached to expert opinions? Because part of living in an age of partial information is the dilution of expertise. We are sinking in an ocean of expert opinions. And if we're going to navigate these oceans, we'll need to understand appeals to authority and the difference between credentials and competence. An appeal to authority is the cognitive bias we have towards people we see as brilliant or impressive. Those positive emotions influence how we feel about their abilities in completely unrelated fields, like trusting a doctor to give you stock advice because they're smart enough to identify your kidney stones. Knowing we do this naturally, the simple solution is to be aware that we need to differentiate between the authority figure's credentials and competence. A doctor is undoubtedly intelligent, with an in-depth knowledge related to science and medicine. However, those qualifications shouldn't serve as proof of competence in anything other than their implicated field. It doesn't help that so-called experts overstep their expertise all the time. Anyone can talk about anything they want on the internet. That includes experts who speak on matters outside of their expertise while relying on their credentials as proof of testimony. From the PhD or doctor at the front of a username to credential overlays on the news. Not that having credentials is inherently bad, mind you. But just like we can find experts who agree with us online, news agencies are able to select a curated list of credentialed experts that agree with them. That's why we need to distinguish between credentials and the individual's actual competencies. Like us, even the most highly educated only have so much time. The more we pay attention to something, the bigger our understanding grows. However, what we learn about the rest of the world slows dramatically. Like many experts, most of us will spend our time and energy focusing our pursuit of knowledge on a specific domain. This leaves significant gaps in our overall understanding, and all of us will have gaps. No matter how informed we try to be, there's not enough time to understand it all. That's the limits of attention. In response, we started to consume more snack-sized information. If we can't become a doctor or a lawyer, the best alternative was to learn as much as we could in the limited time we had. In-depth exposés gave way to 10-second news headlines and viral clips. The more information we consumed, the more informed we felt. But that's not learning. Our memories form from signals coming in and, more importantly, going back out. Learning something, then trying to remember it, reinforces that memory's pathway. Here, all we're getting is a continuous stream of inputs, over and over again. At no point do we try to think about what we just watched, because we've already watched 6 other things. We're left with a mosaic memory of information, thoughts, opinions, facts that don't actually form coherent ideas, leading us to believe we know more than we actually do. There's a false sense of certainty in the vague recollection of these ideas that feel so readily available, seconds away in our pocket. Except those aren't our ideas. They're vague recollections of thousands of microdose segments of information. In our haste to know as much as we could, we've fallen further into our fragmented and partial realities. Vetting every claim is unrealistic, but we can't default to using social proof as replacement for truth-seeking. We trust experts, and we trust social proof, like thinking a lot of people at a concert must mean the band is good, or a million retweets must mean what's being said is true. Well, when I put it that way, it seems obvious. But what about papers, studies, findings? What about opinions on studies? What about false conclusions drawn from poor quality studies? Does it still seem that obvious? A TikToker ready to present you with their interpretation on a study should set the alarm bells ringing. Whether it's old information, poorly conducted studies, or conclusions published not in the journals, but in headlines and the articles of pop magazines. There's plenty of arbiters of misinformation, and to be fair, not all of them know they're participating in it. But we all consume it, one video at a time, over and over. There's no time to review every assertion, so we don't. We follow the people we trust, people we agree with. There's lots of people who we agree with. They say the same things as us. They have the same opinions as us. Even the experts with the most prestigious of titles agree. Here, we no longer have to scrutinize the information we're consuming, because everyone here operates on the same partial information that you operate on. This is your echo chamber. Our need for as much information as possible has collided with the resource-intensive need to verify the information we're presented with, leading to the path of least resistance, a world where we're surrounded by people who think just like us. All the information we believe to be true is repeated and advocated for by our digital neighbors. Any information presented to the contrary is only ever presented in condemnation or as public events to ridicule dissenting ideas. It's what the system was designed to create. A society of partial information. We find what we want to find online, and we're not the only ones. There's millions of us scrolling, incorporating true information and misinformation into our beliefs. With time, we find each other, others with the same fragments, living in the same partial reality as you. But if we keep doing this, the age of partial information will reach its conclusion. A world where we all live in our own realities, where we believe what we're told about the world instead of what we've experienced. Unfiltered consumption shapes our reality. We must be the filter. The goal isn't to catch everything. It's to be aware of the media we entertain. To be aware that our beliefs are just as easily led astray. We will never have all the information. So we need to be skeptical of everyone's conclusion. A little hesitancy in our own beliefs can keep us from this nightmare, where an algorithm curates our thoughts, beliefs, and identities. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.